This episode is sponsored by Gamergy, the gaming energy drink made by gamers for gamers. Check it out in 4 great flavors: Purple Nurple, Red Alert, Binary Blue, and Epic Green.
Hey, what is going on, you guys? I know it's been a while since I've recorded a video, and I really do apologize for that. There's just been some family stuff going on, and it's just been kind of difficult. But good news, I'm back. I don't know, how consistent I'll be, because I'm making the switch to Twitch. Actually, I'm going to be sitting down with a friend of mine and getting that set up, and Wizard World is coming up, so Wizard World Iowa in Des Moines. And I'm trying to get set up for that. I actually have some interviews already set up with some of the amazing cosplayers who have actually been invited by the con to be there. So I'm really excited to bring that to you guys, but it's just going to be kind of spotchy for the next month or so, just because there's been so many things that have been going on. But let's get out of that. Let's talk about the episode 2 of Cosplay Melee. Now, I know I'm really behind on this, but I still wanted to give you my thoughts, my analysis, and, just my perspective. That's all I want to give. So, if you guys didn't know, Cosplay Melee is a brand new show on the Syfy channel, where it's hosted by Yvette Nicole Brown, this lovely lady right here. And Yvette Nicole Brown is just an amazing woman. She's she played in Drake and Josh. I loved her in that. She's a big, huge Walking Dead fan. I love seeing her on the couch when she's there to go over that kind of stuff. I really just enjoy her. She's got a big personality, huge nerd, and just knows and appreciates the kind of stuff that you're going to see in Cosplay Melee, so I'm really happy that she's there. But we have 2 other judges besides the host and judge Yvette Nicole Brown. We have the very talented Leanna Vamp. Leanna Vamp is known throughout the cosplay universe, world, whatever you want to call it, as a huge horror-themed cosplayer and Star Wars cosplayer. Here she is sporting a very sensual Leia, and here she is as Vampirella. She's very, very, very popular. She's very good at her craft too. She knows what she's talking about. She doesn't just talk about if the outfit looks good. She also wants you to make sure that the outfit is functional. If you're wearing a helmet with a visor and you can't see out of it, that's points. I gotta give her to that, because I didn't know if it was gonna be, does it look good? Okay, that's all I care about. Or is it actually gonna be functional or not? But our last judge is Christian Beckman. Christian Beckman is a prop and set maker for a lot of good big time movies. I mentioned them all in the last video. I don't remember what they all are, but he's been in a lot of stuff that I've watched. So I know I like his work. But this week's theme was Game of Thrones. And if you guys don't know what Game of Thrones is, where have you been? Have you been under a rock? Have you not been watching probably the greatest TV show that's hit HBO in probably over 20 years? I don't know. I just don't know what to tell you. But Game of Thrones was the inspiration for today's episode. Well, not today's episode, but that episode of Cosplay Melee. And there was 4 new contestants, like always. I'm going to put my mouse over the people that I'm indicating. We have Ruth from Jackie Craft Cosplay. We have Edgar. I could not find any social media for Edgar, so I apologize. If you guys were able to find some, hit it in the comment section below. I'd really appreciate it. I tried to no avail. I couldn't find anything. We have Jennifer from Jingle Boo Boo. I think that's how you pronounce it, but and Jackie was Jackie Craft Cosplay. I don't remember if I mentioned that or not, but Jennifer from Jingle Boo Boo, and we have Emily from Go Big or Go Home Cosplay. Just so you guys know, all the descriptions for what I have will be down in the area below. If you watch the video, look below, you'll find it all. But let's go over some of the past things that these cosplayers have done. First, we're going to start out with Ruth. And Ruth is a very talented cosplayer, knows how to make armor. She's very, very... I saw some of her outfits and I fell in love. But her first one here is a shredder. And you guys can see she's actually been invited by Wizard World before. So that's big props to her right there. She already had a name in cosplay. But this Shredder cosplay is really great. I like that it's true to the character. I don't really care that people people take cosplays and change it to, make it look better in their way, or, maybe sexy it up a little bit. That doesn't really bother me. But I do appreciate it when people take the character and keep it genuine, and I really do appreciate that from Ruth here. Ruth did a fantastic job with this Shredder cosplay. Here we have a WoW character from World of Warcraft. At least I think it's WoW. I looked for some information. I thought I saw WoW, so I'm going to assume it is. I'm not a big WoW player. You know what? I played WoW once. I never played it, so don't know nothing about it. But very good. She not only was she able to take some sewing, but armor making, fur. Look at all this stuff in here, guys. This is amazing. She did a fantastic job with this cosplay. Next we have Ganon from Zelda, and wow, this is really great. She went all out with the green skin and everything. I love it. It's fantastic. I couldn't ask for any more for our Ganon cosplay. But Ruth, when I saw some of her past stuff, she was a big potential for me. I thought she had this. I'm pretty sure she had this. But who knows who's going to have it, unless you watched the episode already. But Ruth, big contender. She was one of the horses I was backing. But next we have Edgar. And like I said, I couldn't really find anything for Edgar. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the contestants portfolio, and we'll find Edgar's stuff here. Here's Edgar wearing some kind of bodysuit with a helmet and a beard. I don't know what this is from. I have no idea. But I really don't have anything to say about it. There's a bunch of armor on the ground. I really don't know what it means. But then you have this werewolf-looking set of armor. It's really cool looking. I don't know what it is. I mean, it'd be nice if I could find some information on it. It's really cool, and he's a really great blacksmith. Like, he knows how to work with metal. And here he is in this suit of armor from something. I don't know what it is. Again, guys, I apologize. I don't know what it is. But it's very impressive. It's very impressive. I'll say that. He knows how to work with He knows how to work with metal. So kudos to him. That's something that can be very difficult for people. Cosplayers, they usually just grab some foam and some Warbler and slap it on there. If he wants to make metal cosplay, man, that is right there, man. You are going the next step. Good for. But like I said, I couldn't really find anything for Edgar. But if you guys find anything, put it in the comment section below. I really appreciate it. It'd be great to see some of his social media links so we can go and appreciate the work that he does. But our next cosplayer is Jennifer, and if you guys recognize this picture, because I definitely do, this is well, maybe not exactly this picture, but this character is a Marie Antoinette inspired Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and this cosplay was featured on the latest issue of Cosplay Culture. So Jennifer is really skyrocketing out there in the cosplay world. She knows what she's doing. She styled this wig from Arta Wigs, and this dress, I didn't read how she made the dress, but it's very impressive. So a lot of great sewing skills there. This next cosplay I picked out as a personal favorite of mine. I love Inuyasha. It's such a great love story. I love the characters there, but Songo from Inuyasha, I don't know how she made the giant bone meringue, but kudos to her again. That's really great. The outfit is spot on. She actually looks like Songo to me, so great job there, Jennifer. And this last outfit, I'm picking a lot of Zelda themed stuff here, wink wink. But Midna from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, I believe. This is just gorgeous. She did a fantastic job on this Midna. Just amazing. But she really knows her craft. She really knows what she's doing. I didn't really see a lot of armor in her past stuff, so I think she's more of a fabric cosplayer, which there's no you know, blah about any. Everyone has their thing. So, but she's really great at what she does. Really impressive. Big contender. You know, just very good at what she does. But our next cosplayer and our last one is Emily from Go Big or Go Home Cosplay, and here she is. Oh my gosh, she's just got such a big personality. She is such a lovely person. This Entei is first of all wonderful. Not to take away from this joy, but this Entei Emily did is amazing. I love she just can't get a smile off her face, and I love that about her. She's just got such a bubbly personality. You cannot help but be happy around her. I feel like if I ever met her, I wouldn't be able to stop smiling, just because she's just a wonderful person. But here she is as Entei, and here she is as a Warhammer character, I believe. I don't really know a lot about Warhammer. It's impressive. The armor is really good. I don't know what all these things up here are supposed to be, but it's very impressive. She knows how to work with armor too. She's, you know, her and Ruth, they really know how to work with armor when it comes to the Warbler and craft foam. If it comes to real metal armor, I'm gonna push for Ed, or Edgar. I'm gonna call him Ed, but her last cosplay is this great N7 Mass Effect armor suit. She's actually currently working on it. I found some progress pictures, but really great. I love it. It's a great cosplay, and you know, they're all very talented guys. They all did fantastic jobs. But as we all know, there can only be one winner. So let's go over what the we already know what the challenge was. We have a first initial round, and round one was weapons. And Ruth got a shield. She had to make a shield. And they also had to come up with backgrounds for the characters. Now, Ruth decided to be a rival to the Targaryen family. And, so, we'll go over more in detail what their backstories were. Edgar decided to be... Well, not only did they have to pick out a shield, they had to pick out a random... pick out a random weapon. They had to pick a random side. That's what it was. So Ruth picked... rival to Targaryen and shield. Edgar picked a sword and was a wildling. Jennifer picked a crossbow and was a children of the forest. Those small little things that you see just when Hodor is... Spoilers alert! If you don't know, I'm sorry. Spoiler ahead. Hodor dies right after they meet the children. And Emily picked flail and was a Stark relative. Now, here we have Ruth. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this shield. Ruth picked out the shield and got this awesome shield here. The shield actually lit up, which was very impressive. And, so, I mean, that was really cool. Now I'm going to have to go back to the Syfy page here real quick. Let's go to see final looks. So here you see Ruth with that shield. And here we see Jennifer with the crossbow right here that she picked out. And next is Emily with this massive mace, this flail. But in round two, they actually had a twist where their what do you call it? Their sides were changed. So Ruth was still going to be a Targaryen rival, but she turned into a White Walker. Jennifer remained as a Children of the Forest, but was going to be working with the Baratheons. And Emily was going to still be a Stark relative, but she also had to be a wildling. So here, I'm going to read what I wrote down. Ruth is a White Walker named Odessa with a dragon skull shield, daughter of the Dragon Slayer. And Jennifer was an elf in service to the Baratheons, which, by the way, you do not see elves in Game of Thrones. As far as I don't think I've ever seen an elf, except for the Children of the Forest, which I guess could be an elf, but I don't know. But she was Kira Baratheon, elf assassin with crossbow, the immortal enemy of the Lannisters. It was impressive. And Emily is a Stark relative and is also a wildling who moved up north, named Goddess, with a spinning flail, swore to avenge the Red Wedding. And yeah, so they started out with an initial thing, and then they had a side thing. So Ruth was initially just a rival to the Targaryens, and then she became a White Walker. Jennifer was initially just a Children of the Forest, but then she had to work with the Baratheons somehow. And Emily was initially just a Stark relative, but she ended up being a wildling also. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show off this to you guys. Let's go ahead and go back up here. Okay. So we're going to go on to the final analysis and what the judges had to think and everything. And I tend to agree with the judges, and I tend to agree with them. They know their stuff, but I'll just give you my perspective. Very Night's Watch-like, and the judges said this too. I mean, it doesn't really look like a White Walker. In fact, here I can pull up a picture of White Walkers for you guys. As you guys can see, I tried to pull up a picture of the crocodile sword that Edgar made, but I couldn't find it. So I apologize about that. But as you can see, she doesn't really look like a White Walker. Like, the White Walkers had black armor, but they also had a lot of whites. Hers is just black, and the light from the stage is shining on it, so it doesn't really look like that. Here's some more White Walker pictures. I mean, she did kind of... No, she didn't really do the blue eyes either, but I think that was a big hit to her judging right there. But as you can see, the White Walker theme wasn't really there. It kind of looked like Night's Watch armor. And I don't know why the Night's Watch would be a rival to the Targaryens, so it kind of worked against her there. Let's go to Jennifer here. And Jennifer did made sure to point out that she was working with the Baratheons with the horns on her helmet. You can't see it really well, but there is a huge stag on her breastplate. If you look very closely right here, you see individual finger armor right there. It's very impressive that she went that detailed with it. The crossbow was really cool. I think the biggest thing that just kind of hurt her was, I don't know. I mean, when you think Game of Thrones, you really haven't seen anything like this, and I think that just kind of went against her. I mean, it was impressive, but it didn't make me think Game of Thrones, and I think that's the only thing that hurt her there. It was still a great cosplay, but it just didn't seem Game of Thrones to me. And that's my only thing I have to say about it. If you take away the Game of Thrones aspect and just say, you know, Elf in general, she looks amazing. And let's get to our final cosplayer here. We have Emily. She's supposed to be a Stark relative and a wildling. The only thing that I could really say about this is the armor and fur. The armor and fur look too clean. If she's supposed to be a wildling, that armor and fur should look kind of nasty. Like, matted up, you know, blood, gore, guts in there. The judges agree with that. There should be, you know, dings and everything in this flail and everything. Like, it just seemed like, did she just make it? Did she just get this outfit? That's the only fault that was found with her. But it was very impressive. She made a very beast mode type of entrance. If you don't look at her and then you just hear her coming out on stage, that was a war call, man. She did a fantastic job embodying her character. Now, the overall winner in 3, 2, 1, if you haven't seen, I'll make it a surprise for you, was Emily. Emily did win Cosplay Melee Episode 2. She was very impressive. She knew her stuff. Like I said, everyone had great cosplays. It was just the one little thing that could have changed it up. If she could have made her armor look more White Walker-esque, Ruth could have been an easy win. If this would have been seen more as like I don't know. I really didn't know how to help Jennifer out in this. Like, I think she just kind of got the short end of the stick when she was picking, because I don't really know how to do Elf in Game of Thrones, so I really didn't have any perspective to give on that. I just feel like she kind of got the short end of the stick there. But and I think it was really between Ruth and Emily at the very end. And the fact that Emily more looked like her character and embodied her character a little bit more, I think that's what took it. She definitely would have won all out if she had more matted fur and dings and stuff on her armor, but it was just between the fact that, you know, if this would have been more White Walker-esque, she would have taken it plain and simple. But it wasn't. It was the character that most closely related the subject matter and embody the character well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. I just like to go over cosplayers, and you know, it's not, there's no stabs at cosplayers in this. We're just talking in general about, you know, cosplays, and it's just important to follow what the judges are telling you. You have to, you know, make sure you envision what they, you know, if you're given certain parameters, you have to make sure that you follow those parameters, or it's going to hurt you in the end. The cosplay can come out amazing. It did. All of them came out amazing. But when you don't follow the parameters, or you think you misinterpreted the parameters, that can hurt you in the long run. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. Ruth, Edgar, Jennifer, Emily, you guys did amazing. I really loved everything you guys made. I'll put all your social media stuff in there. If you guys happen to find this video, that would be amazing. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you Sith Lightning that like button. If you're new, use the Force to subscribe. And remember, we are the Force, each and every one of us. So let's connect. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.